Hey there, do you want to retire early and wealthy? Well, my friends, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down 12 powerful tips that will help you build real wealth and retire early. Regardless of your age, your income, or your experience, I'm going to show you how to do this without falling into the usual traps that most people fall into when they think about the topic of investing and retiring. So, my friends, let's get after it. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Ryan D. Lee, and I'm a non-traditional financial strategist. I help people just like you take control over their money and build a passive income machine so they can achieve financial freedom in 10 years or less. I've done it myself, and I've helped thousands of other people do it, and I know that you can too with the right investment system. In order for you to retire early, I'm not just talking about the normal traditional save, diversify, and hope for the future advice that you hear everywhere else. I'm talking about strategies that align with you taking control of your money and using it like a bank and building financial freedom that isn't tied necessarily to Wall Street or traditional financial accounts. So let's dive into the 12 tips to retire early. Tip number one might be the most obvious one of all, but it's the one that's most oftentimes neglected. It's have a plan. Financial freedom doesn't just happen. You need a written plan, a game plan, if you will. If you were a football coach, you wouldn't step onto the football field without a game plan. So why would you approach your financial future without one? Your plan should cover everything from cash flow goals to specific strategies like real estate investing or using the vault strategy, which is a high cash value life insurance policy. And it needs to evolve as you progress through different financial stages in life. A game plan defines your decisions with money to lead to a very clearly defined win of achieving financial freedom in 10 years or less. Think about it like a sports team charting their path to a championship. Are you putting the same time and discipline into your financial game plan? Your money determines your life. Start with a plan in mind. Tip number two is creating a 10% gap between income and expenses. Here's the not so secret to financial freedom. Save a portion of everything you make. In the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, the golden rule was simple. 10% of all I make is mine to keep. That simple discipline is the foundation of all wealth creation. You have to start with a gap between what you make and what you keep. Always let your lifestyle lag behind your income. Too many people fall into the trap of wanting to look wealthy rather than actually being wealthy. But not us and not you. You know that your goal is to convert active income into passive income, and that starts with defining how much money you can save. In fact, the more money that you can save, the easier it is for you to actually achieve the milestone of financial freedom. I've seen people in my community increase their income and flatlining their expenses to the point that they're able to save 20, 30, even 50% of their income without diminishing the quality of their lifestyle. And do you know what happens at this level of saving? Financial freedom becomes impossible to not achieve. The more money you save, the more likely it is that you're going to achieve financial freedom in a constrained period of time. Whoa. So don't let spending sabotage your future. Use the 10% gap as a minimum standard to buy back your freedom. This brings me to tip number three. Tip number three is investing in financial intelligence. Financial intelligence isn't just about what you know, it's about how you use your brain to solve financial problems. Making money, keeping money, and investing money, those are the key categories where financial education makes a huge difference. If you're not consistently learning, my friends, you're falling behind. Our world is changing at such a fast pace, yet too many use outdated financial mindsets to achieve financial goals today. My friends, the rules of money have changed, and the only way that you can win in the game of money today is to begin first with increasing your financial intelligence. Take courses, read books, and find mentors who challenge you to think differently. Deep dive into the concept and the strategy of infinite banking, advanced real estate investing, and macroeconomic trends. Because the more you know, the more you earn. And the more you earn, the more you can save. And the more you can save, the faster, my friends, you achieve financial freedom. Are you making financial education a priority for you? If not, start today. So this brings me to tip number four. Don't procrastinate. The biggest expense that people face, it's not taxes or inflation, it's opportunity cost. Waiting for the right time to invest will cost you way more than any bad market ever will. Every day you delay, you're missing out on compound growth. Too many people wait until they're ready, until the perfect day to start working towards financial freedom. The problem with this mindset is there is never a perfect time. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to actually be to achieve the goal of financial freedom. So stop working against time, and instead of working against it, start working with time. Start today and let time work for you. This brings me to tip number five, which is one of my favorites. Tip number five is put wealth building on autopilot. One of the best ways to build wealth is to to automate the process, set up automatic investments, automatic savings, and automatic education. This is part of the passive income machine strategy, automatically saving at least 10% or more of your earned income into an overfunded whole life insurance policy, the vault, then redirecting the cash to invest in cash flowing real estate. The profits from the real estate that you invest in then automatically go right back into the vault, and the process repeats itself almost on autopilot. Now, you have to manage it, but if you can just get money working for you and automate the process, that's 80% of the work towards achieving financial freedom. Automation, my friends, is key. Automation allows your money to work on your behalf towards your financial goals in the background while you focus your attention on what really matters, the life that you want to be living. So no matter where you're starting from, take a day, take some time out and set up a system that will automate your path to financial freedom. When you do this, you can sit back and let the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months and beyond start working automatically on your behalf. Do it right now. This brings me to tip number 6, which is a little bit of a reflective tip. Take responsibility for your results. If you want to achieve financial freedom, you've got to own every single decision that you've made up to this point. Don't blame the markets, don't blame financial advisors or the economy. Whether you win or lose, my friends, it's on you. But here's the good news. When you take control, every loss becomes a lesson. Those lessons will make you a smarter, more successful investor. Each lesson, especially the losses, increase your financial IQ. They make you smarter, and I promise you, good investors learn from their mistakes and they never repeat them. This is what makes them a more successful and profitable investor with every future investment decision. Are you taking responsibility for your financial results? In fact, I believe every decision that you've made over the last 3 to 5 years are leading to the exact reality that you're sitting in right now. If you don't like your current reality as it relates to your financial plan, start making new decisions. Accept the present for what it is. Accept the facts for the facts that they are, and start making new financial decisions that will lead you to a compounding better result 5 years from now. Now, my friends, if you're finding this video valuable, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with someone who you know, like, and trust, because friends, they don't let friends retire broke. This brings me back to tip number 7. Commit now. Financial freedom doesn't happen by accident. It requires real commitment. The truth is, many people think they're committed, but when they're faced with a tough decision like saving instead of spending, or when they hit a roadblock, they fold, they quit, and then they blame the process, saying financial freedom in 10 years or less, it's impossible. But here's the reality. It's not that the path doesn't work, it's that they didn't walk the path long enough. They weren't truly committed. When you're committed, challenges become lessons, and setbacks, they strengthen your resolve. You understand that the only variable is time. Success, my friends, is inevitable when you stick with the process. So get committed now. What do you want your financial future to look like? Take a moment and visualize that moment in time where you wake up and money isn't the primary driver of the decisions that you're making in a day. What would be different about your day? Would you go to the same job? Would you deal with the same boss? Would you drive the same car? Think about those things, because the more clearly you can see that state of being in your mind, the more committed to arriving at that point in time you'll become. Learning how to invest, stepping out of your comfort zone, and staying disciplined, it's not easy, but my friends, I promise you it's worth it. Your future self will thank you for the commitment that you make today. So decide now and go all in. This brings me to tip number 8. Don't defer, eliminate future taxes. One of the biggest misconceptions around financial planning is that you'll retire in a lower tax bracket. But if you plan to fully live your dreams in retirement, traveling, giving back, and enjoying life, you're going to need just as much, if not more, income than you have today. So instead of deferring taxes like you do with a 401k or an IRA, focus instead on eliminating them now. One of the wealth building secrets of the truly wealthy is simple. Tax strategy comes first. Reducing and eliminate your taxes not only accelerates your path to financial freedom, but it also means you get to keep more of what you earn. And who doesn't want to do that? When you reduce taxes on your active income, you actually have more money to start working with to invest for the future. And when you eliminate taxes on future income, you don't need to accumulate as much to hit your target. Here's a simple example. If you need $10,000 a month in spendable income, but have deferred your taxes, you actually need to generate about $13,000 a month, which means you need a 30% bigger asset base to do that just to compensate for taxes. My friends, don't defer taxes, eliminate them, especially before it's too late. Many experts believe that taxes can only go up to satisfy all of the reckless spending that our government has been doing over the last decade plus. That's why I believe so much in the concept of the passive income machine that I teach, which is using life insurance and real estate. Those two asset classes together allow you to truly generate tax-free income for the rest of your life. This now brings me to tip number 9, which is managing risk. Building wealth isn't just about maximizing gains, it's about minimizing losses. In fact, Warren Buffett's 2 rules of investing have nothing to do with gains that you're going to experience when you invest your money. In fact, they're the exact opposite. Rule number 1 is don't lose money, and rule number 2 is basically don't be stupid and forget rule number 1. When you minimize your losses, your money doesn't have to work twice as hard to recover. Select assets and investments that allow you to either win or win big, and always prioritize protection. Eliminate the downside. So as we're rounding out our top 12 tips, this brings me to tip number 10. Define the win and measure your progress. Financial freedom, it's not complicated. When your passive income exceeds your living expenses, my friends, you're free. It's that simple. Cash flow greater than expenses equals your freedom. Stop letting Wall Street distract you with shiny promises of high returns. The truth is, returns don't really matter. Let me stop again and say that. Your rate of return does not matter if you don't understand how assets produce reliable and consistent income. Stocks, while yes, they might grow your portfolio, they are not built to give you cash flow. In fact, I've done another video where I talk about the income that you can expect from a retirement portfolio built exclusively on stocks. And my friends, it will shock and surprise you when you understand how a stock-based portfolio delivers such a low stream of income. The only number that truly matters in personal finance is how much income do your assets generate. Income is the key to freedom. The growth of your assets and the rate of return that you're earning, that's secondary. And once you understand how assets produce income, you'll stop chasing the wrong goal. First, focus on assets that produce maximum cash flow, because cash flow is what buys your time back. Once you know how much cash flow an asset produces, you can match that up with your expenses. For example, if your expenses are $10,000 a month and you've built a portfolio that will generate you $2,000 a month, you know that you're 20% of the way on track to becoming financially free. All you have to do is double down on the same investment decisions and the same focus on cash flow to get you the rest of the way to complete financial freedom. Cash flow is what matters, and what gets measured gets improved. Tip number 11, creating a legacy through estate planning. Once you've now created a system of wealth, you've automated the process, and you've committed to becoming financially free, now it's about protecting what you've made, not just for your life, but for perpetual generations. Estate planning is more than just legal documents. It's about ensuring your wealth empowers the next generation. Work with your heirs while you're still alive and teach them to receive money, to manage money, and to grow wealth, the wealth that they're going to inevitably inherit. Create a family mission statement and a family purpose, and help give your kids not just money, but purpose and meaning behind what the money is meant to help them achieve. A family legacy is so much more than just handing your kids a pile of cash. It's about empowering them to receive the cash and grow and expand it. Don't just leave money, leave a legacy. And a legacy is defined by how you live, not just by what you leave behind. Now, my friends, if you've made it to tip number 12, let me tell you, this is the most important thing you can do to achieve financial freedom. And it's simple. Get a life. Listen, my friends, at the end of the day, wealth is meaningless if you're not actually living the life that you want to live. Money is just a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but you have to define what gives you meaning in your life and use money as a tool to build and live that life. And my friends, here's the sneaky advantage of getting a life right now. Financial freedom, it's not a destination. In fact, so many people think that when they're 65, they'll have a big pile of money and then they'll be happy. But my friends, do you know there's a concept that will give you a competitive advantage, and that concept is happiness. In Sean Archer's book, The Happiness Advantage, he described this concept that the happy individuals make more money, they make better financial decisions, and they live a more abundant and a rich life right now because they understand that every dollar is meant to serve meaning and purpose in their life. When you show up in a world knowing what money is meant to help you accomplish, you start to build a system, an infrastructure that will perpetuate your financial freedom into the future. My friends, get a life now means define your values, define your goals, and start investing money intentionally into building and living a life that matters for you today. Your health, your family, your passions, that's the real wealth. Money can buy you freedom, but it can't buy you time. So use the money that you're working so hard for the future and start living fully today. Give back, create memories, and chase what makes you feel alive. When you do that, watch how fast your real wealth will actually grow, both in family and relationships as well as monetarily. Remember, money is only a tool, but your life is the masterpiece, so live it well. Well, my friends, that's it for today. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe. What are you waiting for? Join the community and start your journey to financial freedom today. And my friends, I'll see you on the next video.
Fearless.